Why do we do this? Nobody knows, but here we are nonetheless doing this.
We do it for you.
We do it for
you. We appreciate you. Yes.
That's right.
We appreciate you liking, subscribing, viewing, wherever you're viewing from, whether it be Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Hi, Twitch.
We appreciate you not watching us on Twitch. Yeah.
Exactly. Thanks, Twitch. Yeah. Appreciate that.
If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, one of these weeks, just go over there and check us out on Twitch and see if the feed's working. See if the audio's coming through and everything.
Yeah. Could you help us out with that? Also comment to see if the comments are coming from Twitch at all in real time. We really appreciate that. Well, we made it through America's 250th. So, and it gave us some things to talk about for certain. One of which we discussed last week. We made our predictions of the hot dog eating contest. Nathan's hot dog eating contest, dominated by Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut in the men's division for this century thus far. Yeah. That's a great screen grab. It's like we're both going to eat hot dogs. You're eating in a weird way. I'm just like shoving it sideways there. There you go. There's your next freeze frame.
Yeah. Well, here's what we predicted. We had a wager.
Yes. I'm thinking 75.
I was going to say 73.
All right. I'm going to say 75 because it's the 250th.
All right.
I think he'll hit. Well, you know what? I take that back. He's going to hit 76, just like 1776 for our Declaration of Independence, for our celebration of 250. Chestnut's hitting 76.
I'm sticking with 73. The closest without going over. Price is Right rules.
we both went over.
This is so stupid. Why can't I get back to this? All right, there we go. So there's
so many of us on screen.
That's just so stupid looking. So anyway, but closest. Oh, yeah, closest without going over. All right, then we both lost. Never mind.
We both busted. He only ate 66 hot dogs. He should have downed 10 more.
Is that low for him?
That's low. That was low for Chestnut. He had been right around 70, but apparently, from what I understand, this is one of the first years I actually didn't watch it live. But from what I understand, it was very hot and humid because it was in middle of that heat wave in New York. So the eating conditions weren't as good as in years past. So he kind of filled up a little bit faster than he thought and only down 66. But he still got the mustard belt once again. Joey Chestnut continuing his 18-time champion now. The only time he hasn't won since like 2000, whatever, when Kobayashi retired was in 2024 when he didn't compete because he had some type of beef with Major League Eating.
Yeah.
So
kudos. Which is pretty amazing that he's been able to do this every single year.
Yeah, and he's getting older. Father Time's undefeated. I don't want to see him just from all those nitrates. I'm surprised RFK Jr. didn't come in there like, eat just live bear instead. Here, I'm going to cut it up. Here's some raccoon penis.
But it was
terrible JFK.
Yeah, but it's not an easy voice to do.
No, you got to kind of.
I wouldn't even know how to begin.
It's like you're taking a dump, but not. I don't know. So, but Miki Sudo, by the way, congratulations to her. She won the women's contest once again. 12 wins for her.
So the nation celebrated 250 years, which is no small thing. Good on you. And it seems like in Washington, D.C., there were two deals going on at the same time.
Yes. So there was the usual Capitol Fourth for PBS, which has gotten some of its budget cut because of, Doge. Right. But they were still doing a very Capitol Fourth on PBS that had performances. And then there was the big Great American State Fair, Freedom 250 thing that Trump had put together with his buddies. And we're setting a world record with fireworks and all the like. And the fireworks didn't go off until after midnight. This was a 40-minute fireworks spectacular, which impressive. I will say the fireworks of it all, very impressive. But the choice of soundtrack, terrible.
Yeah, it was really unusual, wasn't it?
Yeah, so to set the scene for everyone, you would think it's America's 250th, so you'd get your... I know it would be kind of the usual, but you would like your Sousa in there. You would like to maybe hit every portion of our great American adventure, right? A little bit over highlights from 250 years of our country. This ended up being someone's kind of 1970s centric backyard barbecue.
It was kind of like somebody's yacht rock backyard barbecue music collection, because they kick it off with 25 or 6 to 4, which a very cool intro. It's one of the better intros of classic rock for sure. So it's a cool way to open it up, but it doesn't make much sense.
No, not for America's 250th.
Right.
Because as much as my dad loves Chicago, when I think great American rock bands, and Chicago is that, but I don't go straight to them.
Well, you could have done Saturday in the Park. You know, it specifically says 4th of July in there.
That's true. You could have, if you wanted to, done some Skynyrd right off the bat.
Yeah.
Like there's a slice of Americana, but I would have preferred Yankee Doodle Dandy, some Sousa to get us started, and then kind of go through the decades.
Yeah.
The other thing about this, who's this?
Who are these people?
Who the hell's that?
Who's singing?
Yeah. Who? This is like the Armed Forces version of Up With People on stage right now.
I didn't know we had singers. I knew we had bands.
Yeah, no, this is like the performance band for the United States Armed Forces. So
why do we have that?
I don't know. I think it may have just appeared for this particular celebration.
I mean, I understand like the big orchestra, the marching band. Somebody's got to play "Hail to the Chief." I think that's their main purpose. Right. But I don't understand why do we have a cover band?
Well, that's the thing. And so I turn to my wife as we're watching this, and you're like, okay, eventually you're thinking the orchestra's going to take over, right? Eventually it's just going to be the orchestra. We're going to get to the classics. We're going to get to what you want from your 4th of July celebration. But it just kept
This is
going.
weird.
And I turned to her, I'm like, it's like Kids Bop did America's 250th. No offense. Thank you for your service. But this isn't doing it for me right here.
Yeah.
Because they sing Don't Stop Believing.
Ooh, they're doing Prince. No.
Unless you're Prince is the only way you can do Prince.
Oh my God, they suck the holy soul out of that.
And by the way, once again, is Let's Go Crazy indicative when you say America's 250th?
Look, it's a party song. I'll give them a pass on Let's Go Crazy.
Okay. Also on their list.
It's not a patriotic song.
No. Also on the list, of course, because put together by our president, YMCA shows up. Mm-hmm. And it was the most awkward performance of YMCA you've ever seen. Little September. Once again, fine song. And then, of course,
the obligatory.
This one was the only one, while I'm not a fan of this song, this was the only one that made sense in context to me of it's America's 250th, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. Toby Keith's going to give you a boot up the ass. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. No. And then we get Sweet Caroline, because what's more American than drunk idiots singing ba ba ba?
Yeah, it's like a backyard. It's like a backyard goofy.
There it is.
Yeah.
Poor Victor just died. He just died. Let the man rest in peace before you have this abomination on stage.
That's really terrible.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's America's 250th.
Why, Greg? Why would you? What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? That doesn't make any sense.
Come on, Greg. Why would you make it worse?
Meanwhile, over on PBS, look at this. They got Patti LaBelle.
That's what I'm talking about.
So come on, why couldn't the big one, the official one, get some actual people? Some, not that there's anything wrong with. Well, there's a lot wrong with. We should look. The armed forces shouldn't have a cover band. There's no reason for that.
Correct.
But there you go. You got the armed forces band. This is what you expect to see.
That's what I want to hear. Did you get Steve's comment up there? Oh yeah, he really put together a banger of a playlist. Yes, this is my country. Thank you.
Yeah, this feels patriotic.
At least a taste of it. I'm not saying you have to do the whole 40 minutes classical. I'm not saying that. If you want to throw your Toby Keith in there, you want your pandering jackass Lee Greenwood at some point, that's fine. But acknowledge that music existed pre-1970.
Look, you got Alan Jackson. So it's obviously you can get interesting people.
Yeah, look at this. Capital Fourth.
Oh, they've actually got Chicago. There's Chicago.
The real Chicago is just down the freaking block.
Yeah.
And instead, you open it with the Timu cover band version of it.
Now, look at this. This 1812 overture. This is the way to do. This is what you do. This is what you do.
You got the guys pulling the cannon.
I love this. I'm getting goosebumps just watching this.
I know. It's amazing.
How did we goof that? How did we goof that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Get the good part.
I'm sorry. I'm still.
Here we go. Ready? Boom. The real cannons. That's what you want.
That's badass.
Yeah. Not the team over, not the Sheehan version of Village People YMCA.
Yeah.
It was just bad. Like I said, the fireworks were objectively amazing. Mm-hmm. It was just, it's America's 250th. You could wait till next year and put together that playlist, and I would still question it because, okay, it's 4th of July, but it would fit better. This is America's 250th, and you brought this.
Yeah.
That's what bugged me.
I mean, come on, that's badass. That's the way you do it.
Yes, agreed wholeheartedly. That's why I'm so pissed off. That's why I turned. It's like it's the 200. You made this big thing about it being the 250th and being all patriotic and everything else, and you're like, you know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna play a single GD patriotic song. We're gonna play Prince. And we're gonna play Miley Cyrus. And we're Party in the USA, a banger. I'll give you that one, and I'll give you the courtesy of Red, White, and Blue. But September, YMC, Village People, Chicago, 25 or 64,
weird.
Bon Jovi,
whole thing was weird.
Prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, just weird.
That's too bad. That's too bad. That's too bad.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in us, and I'm disappointed that we have a cover band defending our freedom. We have a cover band defending our freedom, Mike.
Well, maybe if they played that on the front line, people would be like, boo, and just go back inside. They're like, don't want to hear any more of that, please. Yikes.
Yeah, look out, Iran. We're gonna send this guy after you.
Yeah, he's gonna come at you with his sweet gyrations to the Village People.
Yeah. Officer petting.
Bless.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, the other thing you can do on the 4th of July, if you're so inclined, is go to the beach. Just don't go to this one in the Bahamas, where this poor 12-year-old attacked by a shark.
Wow, really?
Let me introduce you. Yeah. So Parker's his name. All right. This kid from Texas. They were in the Bahamas, and apparently they had gone on vacation and traveled with a boat crew to a secluded beach to swim, where they encountered the shark. Okay. The older brother says he was the first to spot the creature, and he said, I saw what it looked like a rock. I was like, oh, it's a rock. And then I see it comes closer to me, and I was like, oh, it's a nurse shark, a really big nurse shark.
The rock's coming close.
So it's coming a little close. So they thought at first that it was a docile nurse shark, but it actually they encountered what believed to be a reef shark, which was about 8 to 10 feet long. Shortly after spotting the creature, the older brother said he heard an ear-piercing scream, I should say, and saw the shark latch onto his brother's leg. Now, here's where, in the midst of all this crisis, Jack on the left there, so Parker, the 12-year-old, the one that's being bitten. He's on the right of your screen there, if you're looking at the screen there. Here's what Jack does. And I don't know. Now, granted, it's on a secluded beach, so there's not a lot of people around. But Jack immediately took off his swimsuit because I was like, oh, we have to stop that bleeding.
Wow.
Jack said, adding that he managed to wrap the swimsuit around his brother's leg before carrying him to the beach where their other older brother, Adam, had alerted the boat crew. So the 16-year-old drops trow, says, I don't give a good GD what's going on. We got to stop that bleeding. And so he wraps his swimsuit around his brother's leg and then carries him buck-ass naked out of the ocean up to the boat.
I don't know that I would have...
That's a good brother.
That's a good brother. And I don't know if I would have the wherewithal to think that through and go, oh, yeah, I can wrap my swim trunks around you.
I'd have the wherewithal, but I've been like, I don't want to show that. We'll figure something else out. No one needs a squint.
You would just wave at your sister and say, all right.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like,
all we could do.
Can someone throw something here? We got to tie this around his leg.
I tried.
Can't do it. Sorry. The kid, the Parker, the 12-year-old, said he never felt pain like that. Of course you haven't. It's a shark bite. Once the boat crew had gotten Parker safely back to shore, he was transported to the hospital where he underwent surgery. Got tons of teeth marks on the legs. He goes, I definitely consider myself very lucky, as a shark could have easily taken my leg off. And he said his brother's a hero because he stopped the bleeding and saved and he's also a hero because he did it nude. Yeah. He just said, F it. I don't care. You're my brother. I got consequences, be damned. Yeah.
That's
Parker's
really
dad
impressive.
said, yeah, it's very, very uncertain how it's going to turn out. He's optimistic about his son making a full recovery. Meanwhile, the mom said they're very grateful and blessed that her son survived the attack. So kudos to you, Jack. Just dropping trowel and being, I got to save my brother.
I mean, that's real. Yeah, that's incredible. I don't have words. I was going to say something, but I don't have words. All right. Next.
Well, we always talk about good nude and bad nude, and most of the bad nude comes from nudist colonies. Yet, here is a story out of Pennsylvania where they're wanting to welcome you in. And the beginning of this story, first of all, the picture is weird. It's an odd angle. What are you doing flying a drone over a nudist colony? First of all, that freaks me out a little bit. But the eloquence in which they describe the beauty of being nude makes you think no, it doesn't. I'm just kidding. Okay. But the opening of this is just like, this person was fed up with what was going on, was overwhelmed, took a day or two to this nudist colony because they have reservations, and said, my world was forever changed. There was so much peace and tranquility and just returning to nature. Now we offer it to you to give it a test run for 3 days of just being there nude with all the rest of us and drones flying overhead.
So you can make a reservation just to try it out?
Yeah, you can. But it's interesting within the article. They talk about the screening process. Like if they let you in full time as a member, you can't just be filming around and like just it's in for a penny, in for a pound. You got to you can test out the water.
Yeah, you got to commit.
But you can't just be like, I'm going to come in and film some stuff. That's not how it works.
I recently discovered. I don't want to brag, but I live on the lake, this beautiful Lake Michigan right outside my window here. And I discovered if you walk down the beach about 5 minutes down the beach, it's like an unofficial topless beach.
What?
I mean, you're not supposed to be, but people do it.
Interesting. Right down the street from you?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and so it was one of those things where I always kind of heard that, and it was like, okay, yeah, maybe every once in a while somebody and whatever. But I walk down there all the time, but when I'm down there, usually the city lifeguards are there, and so that's when they're not. Taking their clothes off. I went down one evening and there were just boobs all over the place. This is more of a alternative lifestyle portion of the beach. You understand?
Yes, maybe. Is that
Gay and lesbian, but then also others.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know if you meant that that's where, like, to get onto the beach, you put your keys in a bowl and just say, hey, let's see where this night takes us.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Okay.
It just seems like a unique variety of people that are just walking around with their shirts off like nothing. I tried to balance it out by taking my pants off, and apparently that's not allowed.
Now, had someone been bitten by a shark, it would have been perfully acceptable. That's what you got to wait for. You got to wait for someone to bite a barracuda or something along those lines.
But hey, you're right. This is such a weird picture they used in the newspaper because they had to blur all those people out while they were flying over them with their drone. Don't be doing that.
No, I think that's one of the things it is not allowed if you become a member of the nudist resort is flying your drone around to see all the people they need to blur out. Could have asked them for their pamphlet possibly. Mm-hmm. Would have been a better job there by the news organization, The Morning Call. Oh, I always love these stories. I think we all can agree, everyone watching and viewing in the comments, we appreciate it. I think we all can agree, whatever drops out of your butt is yours. I don't care what your excuse is.
You're responsible for it, at least. It may not be yours, but you're responsible for it.
Correct. Of course, this comes to us from Florida. According to an arrest report, a car being driven by, get this, Reagan Cox right there.
Of course.
There's some Cox for you. Was spotted veering across a highway around 6:40 a.m. on a Saturday. Boy, you just got an early start there, Miss Cox.
Mm-hmm.
Upon being pulled over, she refused to exit her Nissan Altima, which smelled of, quote, burnt marijuana, according to the police report.
Wow. Left it in the oven too long.
Yikes. She was slow and lethargic. Well, you're high on weed at 6:40 on a Saturday morning. You be peppy and upbeat. Of course you're going to be slow and lethargic.
Yeah.
And was pulled from the vehicle after she refused to remove her seatbelt and tried to lock the car. Cops say then tried to walk away as deputies sought to search her.
Wouldn't you love to see that walk?
She was arrested. Oh, God. Yeah. Considering she was lethargic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as it usually happens during the jail intake process, she had to pass through an X-ray scanner, which is used to spot contraband like weapons, phones, or drugs. Mm-hmm. According to investigators, when jailers detected an anomaly in Cox's lower region.
An anomaly in her lower region?
They got an anomaly in the old lower region there.
Mm-hmm.
Wah, wah, wah.
Sergeant?
So they then bring her in to a different room where she was subsequently seen trying to cover her buttocks with her hand. So they're like, we got to check it out. No, nothing to see here. Upon moving her hand, a baggage containing 3.8 grams of cocaine fell from her butt. With the cocaine at her feet, cops said she denied knowing anything about the drug and speculated that, quote, someone must have placed the narcotics inside her during a sexual encounter.
Right.
You know.
How many times have you finished up a little having a ring-a-ding with your wife, and then later at dinner you're going, where did this come from?
Or other scenario, how many times have you finished up? Because it started in the throes of passion before you could get all the cocaine out.
Right.
And you're like, I got to put this somewhere. And then you get done with it all. Like, where did I put that? Oh, that's right. Up your ass. I'm sorry about that. My apologies. Could you get that for me?
I love the excuse of that wasn't mine. Somebody else left it there. I'm borrowing someone's car, because you see this all the time. You know, just watch an episode of Cops and see how that plays out. And it never. I would just love to know if a police officer goes, really, and then follows the path and says, "Oh yeah, you're right. It wasn't yours."
Maybe if it's a jacket. Maybe if it's a shirt, I'm saying maybe, but if it falls out of your own ass,
well, yes,
that's definitely yours. Even if it wasn't before, it is now.
Yeah.
They charged her with they charged her also with introducing contraband in a correctional facility. She eventually was released from custody after posting a $3,000 bond, and her next court case is July 28th. This is not her first time dealing with the authorities, by the way, though. Back in 2021, arrested for a DUI. sends a 6 month of probation and fined $1,100. So, Miss Reagan Cox, that cocaine is yours. Sorry, that's just how it goes.
Well, thanks, Jimmy. That's awful nice of you. Appreciate that. Tell your friends. Appreciate you being subscribed.
Yeah.
Hit the bell. I don't know what you're doing there. All right.
This poor son of a bitch. Oh, this is great. This guy had the biggest plans in the world. He's a big English soccer fan, and he's like, I'm going to see England play in the World Cup in America. The only problem is he's got to stop over in Barcelona first. Okay, so he flies from England to Barcelona, and the problem is he then does not make it. Doesn't make it from England from Barcelona to America. And that's when his friends start going, what the hell's going on here? As I'm trying to find the story.
Okay.
So what transpires
You're doing a great job.
His first night, there it is. His first night in Barcelona, when he went to the bar, he lost his phone. Instead of going back and retracing his steps or going to the airport, because he still had his passport and cash,
Okay.
but he had digital tickets. So I don't know if he just assumed that the Barcelona airport couldn't print out regular boarding passes for you or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he says, I don't have my phone. I can't get on the plane. So F it. I'm just going to stay in Barcelona for the next 10 days because I still have my passport and money. And I'm just going to fart around in Barcelona and watch at different bars. Guy's 65 years old, left home on June 21st. Was supposed to see England play Ghana on the 23rd of June. So they actually, his family shows a picture, because this is a picture of him his first night there in Barcelona before he lost the phone. He posted this. Yeah. So they call him Little Mick, by the way, old Michael Hewart. And when he doesn't show up to the game, they go, what's going on here? So his brother put that Facebook picture out there and said, and posted it to the bar in Barcelona. They share it. And the guy's like, yeah, it looked like he was having a great time. So instead of finding the phone again or contacting anyone he knows, he just stayed in Barcelona, bounced around different bars, and watched England games with other World Cup fans. But people are saying, why didn't you tell your family? They were worried about you, Little Mick.
Because he's just that. Look at him. He's having a lovely time. He's happy. He's in America. It's warm. Soccer is on. Football's going on.
No, he's in Barcelona.
He's in Barcelona. I'm sorry. Yeah. He never made it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he had a stopover. He flew from England to Barcelona to the U.S., never made it to the U.S., just said, fudge it. They said, I'm just going to stay here. By the way, his brother then posted to Facebook after he was found safe, and he was blissfully unaware that anyone was looking for him. He just went on a week-long bender in Barcelona.
He did.
Here's the post from...
Isn't that a dream though? Don't you have that? Don't you? Wouldn't you just love to just go away for 10 days?
Yes.
Unplug, not talk to anybody.
Just get ripped in Barcelona with other English soccer fans and not have a care in the world about anything else.
You don't know anybody. You're just drinking.
Yeah. Here's what his brother had to say, saying, fantastic news. Little Mick is safe and well in Barcelona and was blissfully unaware that the world was searching for him at all. As a family, we desperately wanted an embarrassing, simple, but happy ending to this horrendous episode, and now we have that. I'll explain shortly once all the authorities are notified and a degree of normality returns. A million thanks to each and every person who has helped to bring Mick home safely and for all the good wishes. It's amazing what can be achieved when the good people of the world go marching on together. Hey, so feel-good story.
I want to hang with that guy, but I don't think he wants to hang with anybody. I think he just wants to spend his time alone and enjoy life.
No, he wanted to.
I know, but he's not going to hang with me.
Well, yeah, not if you're leering at boobs down the street at the beach.
Right.
He's probably not.
So they were lesbian boobs. I can't get excited about boobs that don't like me back.
Well, I can't get excited about any pair of boobs then. If that's your prerequisite, I can't get excited about any of them. Let's face facts on that.
All right. One more drunk story.
All right. And our final drunk story of the evening, this gentleman got into it with his parents. They called the authorities. Authorities show up, and he decides, I'm going to attack the authorities with some food laying around. First, he threw... Well, here's what happened. He punched their dog. That's what happened first. that got him upset. And then the authorities show up, and he threw like a sausage at them first, and then he was very upset. He threw. I take it back. He threw a hot dog. Then he threw a pot of noodle at them. Mm-hmm. So he was like making some ramen.
Right.
And at the authorities, and they said, "Hey, all right, that's enough. Let's knock it off." And that's when he just happened to have a pancake lying around, threw it right square in the nuts of the cop, and they said, "Okay, now you're in trouble. You punched a dog, you thrown a hot dog, you thrown a noodle and a pancake. Now we're taking your ass in."
You know what kind of throw drunk people do. And it could not have been it's just sort of a sloppy, and he probably was aiming for the guy's face, and it just was such a lame throw. It just hit him right in the dick.
And exactly. And you know he was hammered drunk.
Of course.
Because only a drunk would put together a hot dog, some ramen, and then be like, I need a fucking pancake.
I need a pancake. Mom, where are the blueberries?
Mom, don't make me punch the other dog. I need some fucking chocolate chips. I'm making this pancake. Screw you, copper. Yeah. He received 12 months, suspended for 18 months. He was instructed to complete 100 hours of unpaid community service, 10 rehabilitation activity requirement days, a 3-month alcohol abstinence and monitoring requirement, and a 6-month mental health treatment requirement as well.
Hey, I like also the way other countries hand down judgments. That's real. That's a good one. We would just do something like 90 days and do some community service. I mean, you got to really be creative and just say, if we see you anywhere near the liquor store, you're going back to jail.
Yeah. Or near a Waffle House. Well, no, Waffle House, okay. You can have a waffle, but he can't be at an IHOP. You can't go by an IHOP because you're deadly with a flapjack.
You've seen some of the fights that break out at Waffle House, though.
Yeah, exactly. The people from the World Cup seem to love it. All the foreigners coming over.
There appears to be a new trend in jewelry, and it goes like this. If you get divorced, you buy a divorce ring.
Why?
Yeah. She didn't want to, apparently this woman here didn't want to get rid of her engagement ring. That would have suggested regret. After all, her marriage brought her a daughter. I didn't want it locked away in a box. So she became part of this rising trend promoted by jewelers all around the world. I haven't heard this. For women making a new chapter in their life with a statement piece, a divorce ring that apparently you wear on your middle finger. Fashion pages are calling this Hot Divorcee Summer, a celebration of liberated glamour and don't care energy. All right. I'm going to make a ruling on this one.
Could we stop with the hot whatever summer? Just that's kind of gone by the wayside. Can we just stop with that part? Please and thank you.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Okay, so the deal is you buy a divorce ring and you wear it on your middle finger because I guess that's what you do when you're divorced. You flip off your ex a lot. Okay, all right. You want to wear a divorce ring. You want to announce to the world you're divorced. It's not enough to just not have a ring on and say, here I am, I'm single. You want to let the world know I'm divorced. That's fine, but here's the rule. Uh-oh. You have to explain what you did to cause the divorce.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Because if a woman or a man is out there saying, I'm a hot divorcee. Let's go. I mean, I'm all cranked up and ready to go and I want to date and I'm a divorcee and it's awesome. Then your obligation is you better explain what happened in the divorce. You've got to. You can't couch it.
No, and you can't say, well, you have to wait till the third date. If you're that upset by it that you got to buy a ring for your middle finger, I think you may be onto something there.
Yeah.
I think you may. I understand. Like some people take the main diamond from the wedding ring and make it into like a necklace or something. That's one thing. But going to be like, I need another ring to show everyone that I'm single and ready to mingle. Look at this divorcee. Mm-hmm. I think you're onto something there, Johnny. I think you'll have to explain more than just I got a middle finger ring.
Yeah, you can't just walk around and going, hey, I'm divorced. It's leaving too many questions on the table. And so I think you're obligated to do that. That's the rule.
And how do you bring that up in conversation of just be like, oh, by the way, I'm divorced. And then it also is awkward for everybody else that you're kind of trying to, maybe do a little shagorific with there. If you're just kind of giving everybody the finger there. I don't know.
This other one says her divorce ring wasn't a redesign, but a fresh start. I say it's my USA ring, my Declaration of Independence.
This lady is a lot. I'm sorry. I'm already checked out.
Yeah. She paid for it out of defiance with her own money, not a divorce settlement. My ex-husband was a huge part of my formative years as a young adult, so I don't want to lose my ring, but I want to wear a divorce ring.
Who started this trend?
I don't
And
know.
by the way, can we, as a quick aside in the comments or wherever you're watching from, we kicked off the show with the Joey Chestnut prediction. There were some nuptials that happened over the weekend. I know we didn't schedule to talk about this. How long do you think they're going to last?
Oh, Taylor and Kelsey
and Travis.
Travis. I don't know. What you don't think that it's going to
I give
last?
them 3 years.
3 years?
I give them 3 years.
I
give them 3 years.
I think they genuinely like each other.
I do too, but I don't think they've been around each other on a consistent basis and understand what marriage is.
Because they're off doing their own thing?
Yeah. I think he's playing one more year. I think he retires. He's around the house doing his podcast stuff. Right. She's like, hey, I need the basement to record my new album. And he says, hey, my podcast has more listens than your streaming. Right. And then they start bitching at each other and they break up.
Yes, because I think what Taylor Swift is lacking is rooms in the house. And so crowded, they can't have their own.
The acoustics in that basement is made for podcasting and for recording, Johnny.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong. I give him 3 years. I had no idea though that they were that close to Adam Sandler. That Sandler was the guy.
That was a surprise, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it was such a weird story to read. Like, God bless him. I wish him the best. I'm just a little jaded, little about the whole relationship thing. But it was such a weird story to read of like, Andy Reid says, the coach of the Kansas City Chiefs says Adam Sandler was a great officiant. And boy, was Paul McCartney awesome to bring down the house at the end of the festivities. That's impressive.
It's pretty impressive. My whole feeling over the weekend was, it's overkill on the coverage, but at the same time, I'm not mad that they're getting married. People are like angry that that they have to think about it, and you don't have to.
Well, I give them credit, to be honest. You said the coverage is overblown. They actually, out of all the times they could have done it, they picked a pretty good time. Mm-hmm. On the 250th, like everyone's focused on that and the World Cup's going on. Then it was just like, and oh, by the way, Travis and Taylor got married.
Yeah. And you know what? They did a hell of a job keeping it secret. They did, I don't think any major photos have leaked or anything like that I've seen. It's like, I don't understand getting mad about it.
I don't either.
Why are we mad? Why are we mad that people like each other? What are we mad about?
How dare they? How dare they? She's ruining my football and he's ruining my music. She's better off heartbroken.
Yeah. Why do we get angry at joy? That's a strange trait that we have.
That's just what we do. No one can be happy. I'm not happy. No one can be happy. So I don't know if she'll be a divorce ring wearer or not, but she'll definitely be writing an album about it when it happens.
Hey, one person that might be headed either for divorce or political resignation is this guy, Anthony Albanese, who is the Prime Minister of Australia, who was on a podcast and he freely said that he would shag Kylie Minogue.
And so why would he have to be stepping down because of that? Yeah. I think that is the correct answer if asked that question.
He was on an episode of the Bush Deep podcast.
Whoa. Okay. Is that the last names of the people who are the hosts? If so, that's a tandem meant to be.
And the host was playing a game called Shag, Marry, Date, which is a nicer version of F, Marry, Kill.
Correct.
Well, let's just watch the video because we have a clip
there's video.
Actually going through this. Here we go.
Well, we're at rapid fire questions now. Every guest gets asked these. Shag, marry, date. Kylie Minogue, Nicole Kidman, or Rhonda Birchmore?
I've just got married. I'm only 6 months in.
But if it goes tits up, let's just pretend
Kylie, clearly.
you'd marry Kylie and shag her and date her.
All of the above.
All right, it's a triple.
She's terrific.
I love that interviewer,
I do
by
too.
the way, saying, if it goes tits up, I don't care you're 6 months in. If it goes tits up, answer the question, Prime Minister. Don't beat around the bush. Pardon me, bush deep.
Bush Deep podcast. And so now, as one could imagine, he's getting all kinds of flack for this, that this is just, he's been condemned by female members of parliament. And he said he needs to learn to push back, lead by example, and call it out as sexist rather than politely decline to engage. Mr. Albanese got into a gutter with his grubby remarks, which show extremely poor judgment when trust in labor is collapsing. His crude locker room talk makes a mockery of labor's claim to be champions of women.
From that clip?
Yeah.
I mean, he started off with, I'm married. Don't ask me that. Bush Deep over there says, it's going to go tits up. Just answer the question. And he just simply said, Kylie.
I agree. You know, she presented a hypothetical. The wife's out of the picture. Who you going after? And he says Kylie Minogue. Which is that's a solid answer.
And then the interviewer says, shag Kylie. And he's like, all three. I don't think he ever actually said.
That's true. That's true. That's the honorable answer, isn't it?
He's going to date her, marry her. So he's having a monogamous Kylie Minogue relationship when he's got Nicole Kidman and whoever else, Birchill. I don't know who that one is.
Marry, date. Kylie Minogue, Nicole Kidman, or Rhonda Birchmore?
I've just got married. I'm only 6 months in.
Okay, that's a good answer. That's what a gentleman would say.
That's the political dodging of the initial question. There's a volley back and forth here. That's just how politics are played.
She poses a hypothetical, and he entertains the hypothetical, which, okay.
If it goes tits up, let's just pretend
Kylie, clearly.
you'd marry Kylie and shag her and date her.
All of the above.
See, he never actually says.
He doesn't.
He has plausible deniability of, I've never said I would shag Kylie Minogue. I simply said marry and then all three.
Yeah, date, marry, shag.
That's the way it should be.
That's the order, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Date, marry, shag.
Date, marry, shag. That's
you don't date, shag, marry.
That's the way I've done it. That's the way me and my wife have done it. And I can't believe they're yelling at him over that.
By the way, a couple of years ago, in 2024, he was in some sort of trouble for mocking one of his political opponents and saying, "Have you got Tourette's or something? You know, you just sit there, babble, babble, babble."
That's worse than what he did there.
I think so. So he's now apologized for that. And I'm with you, man. I don't think he had to. I think he made a gentleman's answer, and that's perfectly reasonable.
I agree. I don't think he has anything to answer for. I don't think he needs to step down. He could have been way worse and been like, "Oh, I would tear up Nicole Kidman," and like he could have been really like just gross about it. But he's very gentlemanly. So good on you, Mr. Albanese. Way to answer the question.
Something that needs some answering in New Jersey is this. A New Jersey middle school yearbook has been released, and somehow a picture of baby Hitler showed up in there.
If they were asking the question, and I don't know why you would have, of would you go back in time and kill baby Hitler, then maybe that's acceptable. Other than that, that's a weird photo to be brought in there. If someone's trying to play a joke of like, bring in your baby picture, and someone brings that in, like, ew.
Yeah. Apparently there were baby photos of other students, but then suddenly also a black and white photo of Hitler showed up. I've seen kids at the park here joke about that stuff, but it's not funny at all. It's gross. I think it's amazing that baby Adolf Hitler, he looks like Adolf Hitler.
Still has the terrible hair.
I want my milk.
I will march right past you into this particular section of the nursery. I will grab my milk. I will grab your milk and his milk.
All the milk is
all the
mine. You
milk.
will surrender all the milk. The yearbooks now have been collected. They've had to recall all of them. Parents said it was just a stupid prank, and the students should be punished for it. I'm sorry. I can't get over baby Hitler. That's a funny looking Hitler
true.
baby.
He always had bad hair.
He always had bad hair. Yeah, and he always had that kind of like a deranged look in his eyes. I mean, that baby looks like he's going to cause some trouble already.
He does.
He's gonna cry all night. He's gonna throw a binky at your head.
Yeah, that's bad news. It also looks like his finger painting's not going to be great. Just so you know.
Yeah, he looks already angry at everybody.
He does. But why do you choose that as your joke? You could have chose so many other babies to put in there as a joke. Yeah. But you're like, haha, I got this. I'm going to sneak Hitler baby into our freaking yearbook. Idiots. God bless.
All right, now we go to our weekly feature. This week in slow-mo.
Oh, I love this.
We have a tennis-related slow-mo this week, and we go back to Australia. This was during the Australian Open about 6 years ago. Let's watch it in full speed, and we'll break it down in slow motion.
They take a battering.
Yeah, this court is a little rougher than last year. Last year was a lot smoother, the actual surface.
Wow.
No.
See the young ball kid has been hit there. And Rafa showing immediate concern. She's good, I think. Oh, that's a wonderful.
All right, so yeah.
Oh, good on Rafael Nadal.
Yeah,
coming over there.
But let's watch how she just absolutely takes this one in the bean.
But she stands up. That's a tough kid.
She did, yeah. I mean, and it was like a soldier. I mean, she did not relinquish her post. She shook it off in moments.
Considering if you're watching the World Cup and someone gently gets nudged and they look like they got shot by Oswald, that girl takes it like a champ.
Yeah, I don't enjoy soccer, but I'll watch soccer flops all day because I think that's hilarious. Yeah.
What are the odds?
She got clocked pretty hard.
What are the odds of that shot making it through? Like that was a sea. Like there is not a lot of room for where he's going to fit that through and bean her right in the old noggin.
Yeah, he's reaching for it anyway. It was really hard even to make that play. But man, and you're right. She stands up. Wow. She just fixed her hat and like nothing happened.
Yeah. Pretend like it didn't happen. Just go about my business.
Good on you, kid.
Yeah. Oh. But right back to her post.
That had to hurt. That was going fast.
Yeah. That's Rafael Nadal. It's not like it's some crap ass player.
Right.
It's not like you or me hit it right at her. I mean, that's Rafael Nadal, one of the greatest of all time to do it.
Yeah.
Ripping a forehand right at your forehead.
It's one thing if you're at the YMCA and somebody, hits you in the leg or something. It's like, come on, jerk. that was a clobber.
Oh. Luckily, she didn't have a lot of reaction time, but luckily she turned quick enough so it didn't hit her right smack in between right here. That'd have been bad news.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, but she's looking right down the barrel when it hits her, though.
Yeah, she's smart enough to turn at the last second.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Oh, and you can hear it too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh. Wow, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All right, yeah, let's turn on the anguish cam here and see the moments of anguish that maybe you missed. Right there. I mean, just look at that. She is eyeballing it.
But look at the small window.
Yeah.
Like, you could do that another 100 times and it would hit the side or it hit the umpire or it wouldn't make it through.
Yeah.
But that one time was perfection, and this poor kid gets nailed right in the old bean.
And she's got a little head.
Yeah, that's true too.
Here's the first reaction after it bounces off.
Doing the robot.
Mm-hmm. Even Nadal knows.
Rafael Nadal can't believe it.
It's like, what did I just do? I suck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here's one of her compatriots in the back there is
I didn't even look at that.
Yeah. Another
good catch.
Another ball kid there is just horrified at what she saw. That could have been me.
Good thing Jack from our earlier story is not around and there's no blood. He would have dropped his pants immediately, like, we got to stop that bleeding.
Yeah.
Oh. God bless.
Now, here's another moment of anguish, and I'm a little upset about it. Is the line judge is still, he's like, out.
Out. What a dick.
Out. You know,
I got a job to do. I don't give a shit what happened to that child.
Right to his
I
left.
need to let you know that it's out.
Right to his left, a child is about to vomit because of the horror that she just witnessed, and he's going, out.
Out. What a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh, boy. See the young ball kid has been hit there.
But it has a happy
Showing
ending.
immediate concern. She's good, I think. Oh, that's a wonderful moment, though. Good girl.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, she gets a kiss from Rafael Nadal. She's super excited at this point.
We don't usually have a not anguish cam, but that was definitely a not anguish cam there moment for this. So that's a sweet little ending to that.
Good job on Rafi Nadal there. And by the way, I hope that Dick Linesman gets one in the nuts at one of these Australian Opens. See how you like it, a-hole.
If Nadal would have missed, he could have out.
I don't think he's getting out and kissing that.
Our poet laureate chimes in and says it wasn't an ace, and at that pace, he thought she was dead. Caught her right in the head. He sure messed up her face. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Greg.
Hey, what's been going on in the comment section? There's been a very weird conversation. Have you been watching that on the side there?
I have tried to look. Jimmy has been really good. Yeah. Ralph Perry, 335.76, enjoyed that as well. There were it looked like some people said there's some bots that showed up.
Yeah, there were. I mean, just really strange political conversations that I couldn't really. I don't know what Rastafari Reese Humanitarian Rights Nodder is talking about here, but he's all upset about something.
Oh, that's our new sponsor. Could you bring that back up?
Oh, sure.
Can you bring that back up? That's one of our sponsors because there's flavonoids in there.
Yeah.
Bring that one up. I wanted to read the whole thing.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. Kills. Yeah, like I said, we are just wasting bandwidth all over the world, and
we love it. And we love you all for tuning in.
Yeah. Is this what you wanted to see?
Yeah. Alkaloid, terpenes, and flavonoid. What? Yep. Bind our natural receptors, benefiting our health. There you go.
Thank you, Rastafari Reese Human Rights, not Doctor.
Take those before you drink. You won't throw flapjacks at someone's nuts or have cocaine up your ass. Good night, everybody.
So, yeah, look, if you want to come to our comment section and just argue with each other about things we're not talking about, totally fine on us. That's, again, we're here.
Ads again?
We are here wasting bandwidth as we do every week at this time at 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, and whatever time in the world you're watching.
6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central.
What did I say?
You meant to say? You said 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Central, okay. 5 p.m.
Whatever
Eastern.
It was, I fucked it up.
Yeah, you did. But thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Appreciate it.
Share, subscribe, share out the quickies and everything else, and we'll be back. And remember, natural receptors benefit your health.
That's right.
Good night, everybody.
We'll see you next week.